Stan, here we are. Oh, hello. See what I've got to put up with here? It's just everywhere I go, I get followed by the furry animals. So, Swedish helmets. I was going to do all my Swedish helmets. I have an M21, I have M20, these M26s, I have an M37. But I thought with the arrival of this white one, it is quite amusing. So these are the M26. Some sources say they were mainly used for civil defence in a grey pattern. This one here, I was coming across on the video, it's a grey green, maybe civil defence. They do have, some of them do have like later liners than this, but that liner in here, it looks quite modern, quite new, so it might be a civil defence type. In there, can you see it? It says LI66. So these helmets were introduced, obviously, in the 1930s, late 20s, early 30s, but they were used for years alongside the M37. So this one, I think personally, is quite new, maybe, unless someone else knows any different. But still, it sort of look like a medieval design, I think. If you hold it up against the M21, you can see the similarity. I'm probably just rattling through that because it's quite... I can't remember how much I paid for that, wasn't a lot. This is helmet number 61 in Steel Stan's collection. So the fellow wanted 30 for it. I offered him 20. He said, what about 25? Now, he was quite canny, really, in the way we'll get to that. So this one, obviously, if you compare it with that one, you can see the difference, the age. This has obviously got a lot of age to it. In the bottom, it's going to come up on the thing. It says Marin 69. Now, Marin in Swedish is marine. So I was thinking, oh, navy. And I've Vaselined the leather, and it was a bit rusty on the inside. I've cleaned it out. Now, obviously, there's flecks of blue paint on there, marine, but I think it's on the outside. This been painted white a long time ago. Now, the person selling it on eBay showed on the photographs, excuse me, little bits of, you see writing there? And I'm thinking, oh, could it be something to do with World War II? Continuation war, the Finns, anything like that. So I gets it. I look at the back. WAT, I'm reading this, 3777 6, I think it says. I'm thinking that could be a soldier's number. Now, obviously, that's been painted. This white has been painted over the top of this colour, and now it's more of a brown colour compared to that one. You can see the difference. It's more of a brown. I do believe at one point in its life it's been a combat helmet. Now, this is where it gets a bit. I actually held my head in my hands, and that's when I read what it says at the front. So can you get that? It says SKIPWASTE. Skip waste. And then on the top, there's more writing. Let's have a look. I don't see it there. If you get that in the light, there. It actually says in the writing underneath, hard at. Hard at. Get it? Hard hat. So this, far from having some sort of soldier graffiti from World War II, has got, could it be a service person's serial number, someone's serial number on the back? And jokingly, they wrote hard hat or hard hat on the top and skip waste. So what this helmet, I believe, will have been a combat helmet early in its life. It's been had all of by somebody who's used it possibly in a working situation or fancy dress, and then it's been repainted again with this white. But this white looks like it's been on there for years. Now, the person said it's being used for civil defence, but could easily be restored. I'm not going to restore it. I'm not going to do anything with it. It is a bit disappointing that it's just got jokey letters written on it. At one point, I thought, if it's marine, if it's been navy, possibly, maybe a Royal Navy person got hold of it and decorated it to his own sort of satisfaction many years ago. The reason, or it could be someone used it for fancy dress, and it's been just white, got painted white. Now, the reason I think I'm doubting it was used as a work hat, hard hat proper, is because you know, I've been in the workplace now for 35 years, 36 years, and I've never seen anything like it. I've never come across on footage or photographs anybody wearing an ex-military helmet for protection in the workplace. If you go on some of the old bits of footage from, like, say, old shipyards in Glasgow or even round here, Newcastle, Teesside, you will see the odd person wearing a plastic or like fiberglassy type with a very flat front hard hat. Sometimes, say, even miners, they'll be wearing like a leather bump cap or a sort of Baker-like bump cap. It's like a brown mixture of brown. You see that a lot, but never, ever, ever on old footage have I ever seen anybody wearing a military helmet in the workplace. Now, I did a bit of work experience just before I started work. It was either then or just my first few years on site. I did see a couple of fellas walking around with like the American style, with a pressed steel or aluminium sort of helmets. You know, the ones you'll have seen him in the movies, like John Wayne as Red Adair, that sort of carry on. As far as I'm aware, they were certainly banned around in British industry, and the reason being that they, I think, can conduct electricity. That's the thing that sticks in my mind. Obviously, you'd be isolated from it because you'll have a harness on your head, but that was the reason why they were banned, I'm almost certain. Correct me if anyone knows any different. And that would be the main reason why you wouldn't be able to wear one of these. It would just, you know what I mean? This would definitely conduct electricity, wouldn't it? So yeah, that's a mystery. An M26 with marine on the inside. Definitely got age to it. Someone's serial number on the back. What? 377776. And then skip waste, and add that. I think I'm just going to put it alongside my other Swedish helmets and think, yeah, Swedish volunteers in the Finnish continuation war or the Winter War, something along them lines. So that's me two Swedish helmets. I think they're both the same in profile, to be fair. Maybe a little bit different. I have to tell. They're quite a deceiving shape to look at, but yeah, another part of my helmet collection, and 61 helmets I'm up to now. Room for more? Of course there is. There's always more room for helmets in Steel Helmet Stan's collection. So I hope you've enjoyed that video. And this is Stan. I'm really gonna have to do some cleaning up in here. There's cat fur everywhere. God love him. I don't mind. Stan, this is Stan. I'll see you.